Hey, apparently there's a big football game happening on Sunday. The Lions aren't in it, the Bears aren't in it. So, I guess I've already moved on to pitchers and catchers spring training for my Cubs.
Yeah, and again, like you said, Lions also not going to be there. I'm here for the commercials, Bad Bunny, and of course the food. But I will most certainly be in bed by halftime. And if you are like me, you are always looking for ways to make the super spread more healthy. That is why we bring in the expert. We got Shanthi Appelo. She's a registered dietitian with Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan with us with some healthier swaps. Shanthi, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Let's talk about some sneaky ways we can make those things that we love just a little bit healthier.
Of course. Yeah, I think chips, nachos, all those kinds of things are really big on the Super Bowl table. They're really easy to bring to get together too, but of course we know that they're loaded in fat. But there's a few things that we could put in the mix or even swap. So one thing that I have to suggest is popcorn. I was looking at the caloric intake of these chips today, 160 calories for just 22 chips, but you can get 2.5 cups of popcorn for the same amount. So just something salty to kind of satisfy that craving. Of course, you can have both on the table, but it's just great to kind of fill in the space a little bit. And popcorn is great too because we've got more fiber in it. So it's kind of going to make you feel fuller for longer. And of course, baked chips are awesome too. Just a little bit of variety, I think, is good. And then, of course, that brings me to dips.
Oh, the dips.
I love dips.
I mean, you can't have chips without the dips, right? Chips and dips. That's a big swap, popcorn for chips. But I mean, I'm sure you can do some swaps within some ingredients or some recipes to make it a little bit healthier and still have that awesome dip, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I'm like, I want more dip than chip, bathed in it if I could. So, instead of those kind of sour cream, mayo heavy dips, we want to think about what are lower in fat because that's really what adds up in calories. Hummus is great. We've got some fiber in there as well. Healthy fats, of course, from olive oil. And then, the chickpeas really being a big part. Guacamole. I've got these layered dips here. And what I love about preparing something like this is that it's one and done. You don't have to keep going back to the table. This is something that has, salsa, not very high in fat or calories. We've got some guacamole, a little bit of Greek yogurt, some shredded cheese, tomatoes, and jalapenos. So it's kind of all in one, and we like that because you can just kind of pick it up and go.
I love that. Portion control. I'm about it. All right, and you also made a couple of things too. Besides making those swaps, you got something that it'd be a good appetizer to bring.
Yeah, well, one is, like you were talking about portion control, these are little skewers, burger skewers. So if you want the taste of a burger, but you don't want a whole one, this is great. I've got a little toasted piece of sourdough, a little piece of burger meat, ground meat and some spices in there, some cheese, pickle, tomatoes. So these are easy skewers to make. Something else that you could consider making instead of, just the sweets. I know I see cookies, cupcakes. We got some mini cupcakes, which is good. But these are strawberries that are touchdown strawberries. We dip them in dark chocolate and then put little laces on them in white chocolate. So makes them a little bit more festive.
I'm 100% going to make a burger skewer.
I know, those are great,
I
right?
never even thought about that because you're so right. I love a good burger, but I want a whole burger.
Right?
It's brilliant.
I know. I love that. And then you did the dumplings too.
Yes. So these dumplings, have you made dumplings before?
No.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Not very good at them.
It's hard. It's a little tough.
It's hard.
It's tough, yeah. So, you got to crimp them and all of that. So this takes out some of the effort. I've got a mixture here of some chopped shrimp. I've mixed in some oyster sauce, some spices. We'll get some chili in here and green onions. So this is the mixture. We have these wonton wraps. Just going to put a little bit on there. And then all you do is just fold that in half, push it down, and then pan sear them. So this is a good substitute if you're someone who likes a fried appetizer, maybe fried wings, maybe it's nachos, something like that. This, is protein packed and they almost look like little tacos when they're done. I've got them right here, serving them with a nice kind of ponzu dressing. So now, really good appetizer and just easy to make.
Is that something that needs to be fried with oil or can you air fry those to keep it even healthier?
You you could air fry them. They might have a little bit of hard time sticking together. They really like that kind of direct contact with the pan
Okay.
to make them kind of stick and stay together. And so you make a good point though. Some spray oil would do just fine. All they need is that direct contact.
Okay, I love that. They do look like little tacos.
Yeah.
Little Asian tacos, so yum, yum. Okay, so you have a plethora of information, more recipes for us. What do people need to do if they want to get a little healthier this Sunday?
Sure, we've got so many more ideas. Bring a fruit platter, have a salad available. You can't make the healthy choice, the easy choice if it's not available, right? As we're mid kind of New Year's resolutions. So that's ahealthiermichigan.org.
All right, perfect. Shanthi, thank you so much.
Thanks.